Welcome to this tutorial from 2001web.com, a web design and hosting company that like to help their clients learn how to run their own sites by doing various tasks. This tutorial is how to install a plugin to WordPress called Contact Form 7. And Contact Form 7 will basically allow you to create many different web forms on your website quite easily without any programming code, and also help you to maintain them. So first of all, we're going to log into the admin area of our WordPress. As you can see, this is just a demo install. There's no content or not a lot of content on this website. And we're going to start off by going to the plugin section and finding the plugin that we need. Now obviously, as you can see, there are no plugins installed at this time, so we're going to add new, and we're going to search for Contact Form 7 and click search. And here you'll see a list of returned plugins, and of course Contact Form 7 is right at the top there, so we're just going to go ahead and install that and confirm. And here it's telling us that it's downloaded the package, unpacked it and installed it. So all we need to do now is to activate the plugin by clicking this link. And there we have Contact Form 7 installed. Now we also recommend at this point you download a second plugin which works in tandem with Contact Form 7, and the other plugin is called Really Simple Capture. Now what Really Simple Capture does is it provides the verification at the end of emails to stop your forms being abused by bots. We'll show you this later. For now we're just going to install it to save time. And there at the top is Really Simple Capture, so we're going to install that again and confirm. And once it's been installed, again activate the plugin. So now we have both things we need. We've got the Contact Form 7 and the Really Simple Capture. So the first thing we're going to do is create a very simple form, which will be a contact page, which all websites have. First of all, let's go to Pages and add new, and we will create a page ready to take the form once it's done. And we will just call this Contact Us. Now all we really need to do at this time is just create the page so that it's ready for us to put our form into once we've created the form. So we'll save that as a draft because we don't want it to be live on the website yet because there's no content, so we'll just save it as a draft. By clicking there. Now if you look at the left navigation halfway down here, there is a new section in your navigation now called Contact. This is the control area for the contact form, so we're going to click on that. You will see that here they've already inserted a demo form. I'm going to remove that because we're actually going to build one from scratch so that you can see how to do it, so we're just going to quickly delete that. Okay, so now we've got no form, so now we're going to create a new form and add new. It's going to ask us what language you would like it in, so we're going to go with default, which is English. If you have a dual website language, you can create forms in secondary languages later there, but for now we're going to go with the English one. Now the first thing to tell you is in this section up here, obviously we've got the title of the form, so we'll go ahead and change that just by clicking on the title. We can rename that to Contact Us or Contact Form. This is really just for your reference, it's not going to appear on the website, so we are going to do that, and we're going to save the new title. So we've now got the contact form at the top here. Okay, so now beneath here you will see the form. This is in two sections. Okay, first of all, where it says form here, all the data in this box here is what's going to create the actual form on the web page. This is the part that the user is going to see. Obviously this is code, but it will display boxes and text. The second part that you need to know that's very important is the message body down here, because what this does is this formats the email that you are sent when the user clicks submit. So obviously we need the same fields in the email that you get that are on the web form here. We're going to show you how to do that. For the purpose of this, we're actually going to delete all this text because we're going to build our form from scratch and show you how to do it. So we will delete all this and we will start with a blank page. Okay, so what's the first thing you might want to know on the form? Would be your user's name, so maybe we'll type in an area called first name. And we're going to hit return there. Now then, obviously we need to put in on the form, we need to put a box where they will type their first name. And if you see the little drop down here which says generate tag, tags are basically the input fields that we're going to create on the form, and we're going to create a text field which is a single line. It's a single line of input, so we click on text field. The first thing it's asking is it a required field? Yes, we want to know our customer's first name, so if we check that box, that means they have to fill out this section before the form can be submitted. We need to rename this field with the data, so we're just going to put first dash name I always think it's better to hyphenate these just so the program doesn't get confused. So that's the name of our field, is first name. You can ignore these 4 sections here unless you're an advanced user. This is all real. This is to do with the Kismet plugin, which we're not using, so again, ignore that. Basically, all we need to do is rename. So now we've put the text field in. We've called it first name, so we know what it's called. This data here is the data that we're going to put into the form. So with this, it's very, very simple. You click on the text and literally just drag it across into the window right under where we've put first name and let go. And now you can see you've got the first name. That's the text the user will see on the form, and this will create the box that they type their first name into. Now we also need to put that data down into the form that you're going to receive. Otherwise, if they fill this out and just send it and we've got nothing in here, you'll get a blank email. So we literally type it, same again here, we'll type user's first name and we'll hit return, and we will drag the second box here underneath that one. So when you get the email, of course, it will have, where it says first name there, it will have filled in the data the user's put into the form. So we've got first name. Next thing we might want would be surname, so we'll type surname here and hit return, and we're going to go and create another tag, a brand new tag, which again is going to be a text field because it's a single line of text. We will call this surname. We're going to require it because we do want them to put the surname down, so they must now fill that form in. We'll ignore all this again. We've basically created the field, so again we're going to drag the text surname here at the top onto the main form, and the one in green here underneath goes onto our email because we're building the email that we're going to be sent at the same time. So we'll put surname and we will drag that field there under here. Okay, so next thing most people would like to know is the user's email address, or the person who's contacting you, so you can email them back. So here we're going to just type your email address, hit return there, and we're going to put a new tag in. Now when it's an email field, there is actually a separate option here for email field to tell the program that this is an email input, so we're going to select that and we're just going to call it email, or if you wish you can call it from email, it might be a little bit more descriptive. So we are now going to click here and drag this underneath there, and again down here we're going to duplicate what we've just done on the other side and put email, and we're going to drag the second box here down underneath the email. So we've got the basic details from them. You can obviously add more fields. You can add phone, telephone number if you require that, or address if you require that. You can add those fields also. But we're going to put now the basic area where they will type their question. So we can put a heading text of your question or inquiry and return. Now this time obviously we don't want to give them just one line, we want to give them a whole box that they can type in. So this is a separate, a different tag, and if you go down the list here you will see text area. Now the text area there, once we've selected it, is it a required field? Yes, because we want them to make sure they type something, and we will call the text area message. And now you can see we have we've got everything ready to go. Again, we simply drag this over to the side there and put it under the text or inquiry, and down here we'll duplicate what we've done and put message from a visitor, and we will drag the second thing down here. Okay, so then we've got the basic form, and that's a very, very basic email form. Obviously you can add other options, we'll cover that in another video with you. But right now what we're going to do, obviously it might be a good idea to add capture to this. This is to stop people abusing your web forms. So we will put please enter this code into the box below to verify you are human. Okay, and here again we're going to generate a new tag, and you can see the capture option is in the list down here. So if we click on that, we can leave that set to capture 802, that really doesn't matter. So we've got image sizes here. I would normally go for small on this one, or medium if you wish. And so once again, all we do with this, it tells us what to do. It says copy this form and paste it into the form on the left for the image. So what we're going to first of all is pop the image in there. I've got a little extra bracket there, I'm not sure where that one's come from. So, and below that we're going to put the input field where they will type what they see. And that's it, that's the capture added. Now obviously we don't need to add this to the email because you don't need to know what the capture challenge was. So on this occasion we don't add that there. And finally, of course, the one thing all forms need is a send button. So we're going to go to generate tag up here, and down there we have the submit button. So we have the submit then, and we're going to literally pop that at the end, and that is our basic contact form. So we've done the contact form, we've got all the fields down here, so you're going to receive the same data that's input on the form. And now we can go to the settings for the form itself. We're going to change that to Gary at 2001web.com. This address is where all these forms will be sent to, so whichever is your business email address. In this field, rather than the user's name, I would normally put something like inquiry from website, or the name of your website, so my site.com. And subject again here will be inquiry from website. And basically that's it. There are no file attachments or headers, so we've got everything done here. Use mail to, you can leave that alone, that's fine. The server's already set up to accept it. And finally we have down here messages. These are to do with the form input. If they don't fill out a field, this obviously tells them the message was sent successfully. Failed to send the message, or validation errors occurred, please confirm the fields. General warnings, those are worded fairly well, so I'll probably just leave those as they are. So that's it, we've created the form. So what we're going to do now is we're going to save it, to save all the changes. There we go. And now you can see here it tells us copy this code and paste it into your page. It is that simple. This code here is for the contact form that we've just built, so we're going to select that and right click and copy. So now we're going to go back to our pages and the contact us page that we created earlier on, and we're going to put a little bit of text in here to let our users know how to contact us. So to contact us by email, simply use the form below. Please note that all fields on the form must be completed. Okay, so now we've got our instructions, and now what we're going to do here, we're going to paste that code that we took from the form program earlier on, and that is very simply that there inserts the entire form. So what it does is it calls through to the contact section and pulls in the right form to go in this page. So we're literally going to go ahead and we're going to update that, or say publish that in this case, and there we go. Now if we go to the main website and take a look, so we're going to visit the website. Here is our contact page on the left, and there you can see the form that we've just built. If you'll notice here that the text area is also resizable, that people can resize that as they wish. They can make it bigger or smaller, depending on how large the message they're going to send you is. So we're going to do a little test of this one. So we'll fill this out, Fred and Smith, and the email address is fred@smith.com. And my question to you is, have you got any green widgets? Okay, and also now you'll see here that we've got the caption down here. What I will try and do is I'll just send this, because it will give us an error to say that we've not filled out all the fields. You see the code you've entered is incorrect. Anything missing here, if they don't fill out a section, it will give them a warning and tell them what to do. So let's go ahead and type the right code this time, which is JFQF, and click send, and then we get the message to say that our message has been sent successfully. So now if we go to our email program and have a look, there we go, we have the message inquiry from the website, and if we open that we'll see all the data that we've input, which is Fred Smith, his email address, and the message that he's sent to you. So that's basically it. That's how to install and use Contact Form 7 to create a basic form. Please see the other tutorial that we've got on adding advanced sections to your forms, things like radio buttons and drop downs and additional information. That's a separate tutorial. So take a look at that and enjoy that one too. Thank you.